What's up, Quadcopter fans? IronJohn.com. Today I'm going to be flying my DM007 spy quadcopter. This is second flight. Wind is fairly slightly less than the first flight. It's kind of stormy out recently, so we're getting quite a bit of wind here. But nevertheless, I'm going to take this sucker out. I didn't get any onboard footage last time from the camera, so we're going to try again. So we'll push down on the transmitter, which is supposed to turn us into the recording mode. The red light on the bottom is blinking, which would indicate that it's supposed to be recording. So we've already got the quadcopter bound, so we'll go ahead and take off. And this thing flies very well. Now it's in the low mode, so we'll go ahead and crank our speed up here. I was having a little bit of a lift issue on the first flight, so hopefully that has been resolved. It's handling really well, even considering that it is windy. Now this thing is tiny, so it's, you know, almost into that mini class. Now on these mini quadcopters with the cameras, a lot of times you do need to make sure that you hit the stop recording button in order to capture your video, and that could have been the mistake that I made last time. So it's got decent range on it, a little bit better than even the SEMA, so we'll take it up a little bit higher. Now this is full throttle, and it barely could keep from smacking down on the ground. Good sized battery in it, 7.4 volts, which is almost a little bit excessive for this quadcopter, given how small it is. Now the motors are fairly powerful. Orientation isn't the greatest, and flying at night would be difficult because you don't have any orientation lights underneath it. No motor lights, nothing to really tell you direction other than the light in the front and the two lights in the back that blink. But if you're trying to get a view underneath it to figure out where you're at, that's going to be difficult to do. So we'll cruise this little sucker around here. We're probably going on maybe 2 minutes of flight time, and we can see if we can do a flip while it records. It appears that we can. Some quadcopters, they don't allow you to flip and record at the same time, but this one seems to allow us to be able to do so. So we'll swoop it around here. Now we just lost lift, so this is the second flight time in 2 flights that's happened where it just doesn't have enough power to continue to lift. We'll take a look at the light underneath. It still appears to be blinking, so we are recording, so we'll take it back up and we'll just get some nice close views of this. I'll have to check online to see if I can find any props that are maybe a little bit better, or it will give it a little bit more lift. It's kind of a weird prop because these are almost oversized mini motors, similar to what you would see like on the Cheerston CX-10, something in that category, but much bigger. So I'll have to look for some sort of universal prop that's bigger and take those prop guards off, which it looks like it should be easy to do. There's just a screw there to take them off. So possibly we're not supposed to fly it that aggressive, and come down a little bit slower. It's very responsive though, which is surprising, especially because of how cheap it was. A little bit of issues going left to right. got a good yaw rate. Turns decent. Now the wind's starting to pick up quite a bit, and it seems to have a little bit of an issue with the wind. It drifts pretty bad. Like with all quadcopters, you're going to want to take off on a level ground. Try to get it back here. Now we're losing some lift power, and that wind is starting to really pick up, so bring it in closer and do a hand landing there. And this is the DM007